Welcome to Summerslam. We are coming to you live from Cleveland. We're going to kick things off with our first of 7, maybe 8. We'll explain the maybe here in a little bit. Championship matches on the night. This one's going to be a big one for the WCW World Heavyweight Championship. Former champion, Despicable Rey Mysterio, taking on the man who took that title from him, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Cody, our first superstar in our universe to hold a world championship in both WWE and WCW. He defeated Rey on the final night of the Great American Bash Tour from Greensboro. Rey getting his rematch here at SummerSlam. And while since the start of the year, Rey not really doing a whole lot with the approval of the fans, you could say. He's turned his back on them. Restarted the LWO, reimagined the LWO with his son, his dirtbag son, Dirty Dom, and Raquel Rodriguez. While the fans may not like how they do things and the things that they've done, can't argue with the results. Cody with the cover. Ref not paying attention as he is repairing that turnbuckle pad. But we've seen where Rey has done what's best for Rey, what's best for the Mysterio family, and what's best for the LWO. Like I said, you can't really argue. We've seen Rey as a multiple-time WCW World Champion. Cody with a Cody cutter. Connects, goes for the cover. And he gets a 2 count there. Dom as Cruiserweight champion. Raquel, now a 2-time WCW Women's Champion. So while this new LWO not really getting much approval from the fans, it's definitely working out in the best interest of the Mysterios and Raquel Rodriguez. Cody with a pedigree goes over and covers Mysterio again. And that is gonna do it. Cody, in his first defense of the WCW World Championship, will remain your WCW World Heavyweight Champion. Up next, we have got something special for you guys. It is level 1 of the Tribal Gauntlet. Now, if it's your first time here checking out the Open Mic Universe, or maybe it's been a while since you've been here, let's break down what the Tribal Gauntlet is. For weeks, Jimmy has caused a lot of hell for the Bloodline, costing them matches, attacking them. And Roman had had enough. So Roman offered Jimmy an opportunity, because Jimmy ultimately wants to get his hands on Roman. And so to do that, to get a shot at Roman, to get a shot at the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, Jimmy would have to pass a gauntlet, not just any gauntlet, a Tribal Gauntlet. The first level, a handicap match against Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa. If Jimmy is successful here, later in the night he'll move on to step 2, level 2. He will meet his younger brother, Solo Sikoa, in a fight pit. If he can get past Solo in the fight pit, he will meet Jacob Fatu in a last man standing match. If he can get past Jacob in a last man standing match, then at the end of the night, he will get Roman Reigns in an Iron Man match in Hell in a Cell for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Jimmy getting in the nick of time, and he passes level 1. Up next, later in the night, he will be in the fight pit against his younger brother, Solo Sikoa. But here we've got the WCW Tag Team titles on the line. It's going to be the New Day taking on the Motor City Machine Guns. This one, a rematch from the Great American Bash Tour. These two teams met. And the result was a double countout. The officials from WCW decided we're going to run this one back. And this time we will have a winner. Kofi and Chris Sabin starting things out. The Machine Guns, who made their debut at the Great American Bash Detroit. They were a mystery opponent for the Street Profits, and in their very first night in the universe, they would capture the WCW Tag Team titles. The New Day, former one-time WCW Tag Team champions, looking to win those belts for the second time here in Cleveland. Kofi breaking up the count there. And now Woods off that second rope. Chris Sabin in some trouble here. Woods with the cover. And the New Day are your new WCW Tag Team champions for the second time. A lot of respect between these two teams leading up to this one. And I get the feeling this is probably not the last time we're going to see these two teams battle it out. Next, it's the WWE Intercontinental Championship. Seth Freakin Rollins taking on Bron Breakker. Breakker, who became Intercontinental Champion at the Great American Bash Atlanta. He defeated the Viper, Randy Orton. Rollins, a former one-time WWE European Champion, looking to add another championship to his resume. He's definitely going to have his hands full as he takes on the Badass. Charles Robinson displaying that beautiful Intercontinental title. And this one is underway. Rollins. We are here in year 3 of our universe, and I would say that on the WWE side, we don't give out awards, but for year 2, let's say Seth Rollins would have to be the WWE's MVP of year 2. Had a great year in our universe. And looking to hopefully add on to that here in year 3. We know he's got goals bigger than some of these mid-card titles. He's got world championship aspirations. Frog splash off the top, hooks the leg. We've got a new Intercontinental champion. Seth Freakin Rollins is now your new WWE Intercontinental Champion. Stage 2 of the Tribal Gauntlet. This one going to take place in a fight pit as Jimmy Uso will meet his younger brother, Solo Sikoa. Now, if you are unfamiliar with the rules of the fight pit, it's kind of a modern take on the steel cage match. Or another way to look at it, it's MMA rules. There is no escaping the cage. The only way you can win in the fight pit is by either knocking out your opponent or making him tap out. Now, the reason that this gauntlet isn't just match after match after match is because each match really has some pretty intricate stipulations. Obviously, we've got a fight pit structure in the ring. It is going to be spread out throughout the night. So while the odds of Jimmy completing the gauntlet are not looking very good. I mean, obviously he is one match in, but if he is able to clear a level, he will get a little bit of a break in between matchups. And he has just knocked out Solo Sikoa. And stage 2 of the Tribal Gauntlet in the books. Jimmy Uso halfway to Roman Reigns. Next up, it's the WCW Cruiserweight Championship. Santos Escobar wearing a Legado del Fantasma shirt. What is that all about? As he takes on Ilja Dragunov. And there has been a lot of controversy leading up to this one. We had a number 1 contenders match for this very shot here at SummerSlam. And that was between Santos and Dirty Dom. In the middle of that match, we would get an appearance, the debut of Carlito, as he would come out and essentially help Santos get the win, but there was no communication between the two. So we didn't really know what was going on there. The following week, Carlito would come out and try to steal the Cruiserweight title. That obviously did not sit well with the Mad Dragon. He and Carlito would meet one-on-one, and Santos would come out and assist Carlito and giving him a chair to use while the referee was knocked out. And maybe that's why Santos came out here with the Legado del Fantasma shirt. Maybe this is all about reforming that group. And once again, Carlito playing more mind games with Dragunov. And there he is in the ring, slap to the face, and spits an apple at Ilja Dragunov. And that has just opened the door for Santos to take advantage. And this does not look good for Ilja Dragunov. Santos hooking the legs. And we have got a new WCW Cruiserweight champion. You might not like how he got it done, but Santos Escobar, your new Cruiserweight champion. Up next, it's the finals of the WWE Tag Team Tournament, where the winner will walk out with the vacant WWE Tag Team Championship. Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams taking on the team of Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Now, the reason the titles were vacated on the final Great American Bash show from Greensboro, the champions, Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa, took on the Usos, and it would be the last time the Usos would be competing as a team, as Jay would be on his way to WCW. On that last night, though, the Usos were victorious and went out as champs. So because Jay now in WCW, Jimmy obviously here in WWE, those titles were vacated and we had a tournament to crown new champions. Round one, Trick and Mello actually got a count-out victory against the Tongans with a little help from Jimmy Uso. Round two, they met Gallus. Imperium jumped Gallus on the way to the ring. Again, Trick and Mello able to get a count-out victory. KO and Sammy would defeat the Judgment Day in round one, and then the Creeds in round two. Sammy with a little reversal there. Stunner from KO to Mello. Trick comes in to stop it. Now a stunner to Trick Williams. And Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are your new WWE Tag Team Champions. And if you've been here with the universe since the beginning, you know that this has been 3 years coming for these two, as they are finally Tag Team Champions in the open mic universe. Stage 3 of the Tribal Gauntlet. This one is going to be a last man standing match. Jimmy in there with really the wild card of the bloodline. When Roman brought Jacob Fatu in, the best way to describe it, as we did at the time, was Roman had made a deal with the devil himself. And while that move has really kind of worked out in Roman's favor, you never know what you're going to get when you're dealing with the Samoan werewolf. Now, Jimmy found a way to get past Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa in a handicap match. He found a way to get past his younger brother in the fight pit by knocking out Solo. But Jacob Fatu is kind of like a movie monster, or a villain in a horror movie. There's no stopping him. And to try to get him down for a count of 10, he's just going to keep getting up time after time after time. if Jimmy is able to get past this stage, what's going to even be left of him when he meets Roman Reigns? It's an Iron Man match in Hell in a Cell, and to go through the battles that he's gone through tonight to get there, but with a little help of a kendo stick, Jimmy passes level 3, and here comes the Tribal Chief to mockingly clap for his main event opponent. We're going to take you back to SmackDown, and we were supposed to have a 12th match on the card. It was going to be a 6-man tag between Imperium and Gallus. But Gunther attacking the left knee of Joe Coffey. He is out of action indefinitely. Be sure to keep posted on Raw and SmackDown in the next couple weeks on the health of Joe Coffey. They say in wrestling, card subject to change. And in this case, it did. Now it's time for the WCW United States Championship. This one is going to be a triple threat match. LA Knight, AJ Styles, and the champ, the Scottish psychopath, Drew McIntyre. Where Rollins was, I would guess, the WWE MVP of year 2. Here in WCW, that MVP would probably have to go to McIntyre. He had a hell of a year. And as we are getting closer to the halfway point of year 3, that momentum is just moving forward with him. Now, how we got here on the first Nitro coming out of the Great American Bash Tour, AJ had a one-on-one match with McIntyre. LA Knight would come out to the ring to get a front row view of the action. And in the middle of the match, he would come in and attack McIntyre, which actually cost AJ, as the interference went almost like he was helping AJ out. That bad blood carried over between those two. And then, of course, McIntyre, never shy to try to dish out some pain to some people, really targeted both guys. And so that's how we got to a triple threat match here. Now, BFT there. One thing we've seen so far, though, LA Knight and AJ spending a little bit too much time focusing on each other and maybe not keeping the focus on trying to win the match. Now, it is a triple threat match, so McIntyre does not have to be involved in the fall to lose the championship. Drew with the cover. And he will walk out of SummerSlam with his United States Championship still with him. As maybe AJ and LA Knight should have maybe focused a little more on the championship and a little less on their hatred for each other. Next, we have got a special WCW Women's Championship match. Miss Money in the Bank, Bianca Belair, announcing ahead of time that she would be cashing in her briefcase here at SummerSlam against Raquel Rodriguez. Now, there's been a lot of debate. Was that the smart move for Bianca? Bianca obviously feeling confident that she can walk out of Cleveland the WCW Women's Champion. But one of the great perks of having that briefcase is the element of surprise. The women's division here in WCW is loaded. Rhea Ripley, Charlotte Flair, Jade Cargill, just to name some of the talent. Why not let Raquel get into a battle with one of those ladies and then come cash in? Again, I get it. Bianca feeling confident, feeling that she doesn't need to use the element of surprise. But that's kind of the perk of having that briefcase. Raquel with the cover, hooking the leg. And that is going to do it. Raquel Rodriguez will remain your WCW Women's Champion. Bianca going to have to live with the fact that maybe giving the champ an opportunity to prepare for the matchup was not the wisest choice to make. It's time for the main event. And let's be honest. I know for me, I will speak honestly here that we are at the end of the show. I did not think that Jimmy Uso was going to pass every test to get to this point. Handicap match against multiple-time former tag team champions, Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa. A fight pit against Solo Sikoa. And then a last man standing match against the Samoan werewolf, Jacob Fatu. I mean, I think I summed up Fatu perfectly earlier in the night. He's like a movie monster. There is no keeping him down, no killing him. He is going to keep coming back and coming back and coming back. And the fact that Jimmy was able to not only survive, but defeat each level of this Tribal Gauntlet. Regardless of what happens here in the main event, that is a huge accomplishment for Jimmy Uso. He is a one-man army at this point. He is all alone, taking on the entire bloodline. Jimmy goes for a cover here. Only gets a 1 count. Now Roman with a reversal goes for a quick cover. Only a 2. Roman can't believe it. You would think after all that Jimmy's been through that it might not take a whole lot to start racking up some pinfalls on him as he sends Roman through the cage. Now Roman sending Jimmy into the barricade, and now Roman climbing to the top of Hell in a Cell, and Jimmy following suit. Now these two battling on top of Hell in a Cell. Nothing good ever comes from getting on the top of that structure. Gotta love the heart in Jimmy Uso as he is putting it on display here. And Roman going through the top of the cage. Come on, Jimmy, get up, buddy. Get down there and try to capitalize on this. He jumps down, hooks the leg. Only a 2 count. I can't believe it. Some super kicks to Roman. He's going to cover the Tribal Chief again. And again, only a 2 count. What the hell does Jimmy have to do to keep the head of the table down for a count of 3? No disqualifications in this one. I don't, do whatever you got to do, Jimmy. He goes up top. Uso splash, hooks the leg again. And again, only a 2 count. Jimmy going back up top. Another Uso splash. And we are over 19 minutes into this match, and we finally have our first fall in this Iron Man match. Roman with a Superman punch. And then a spear. Why he's not going for the cover, I don't understand. Just trying to dish out more punishment. He's teeing up for another Superman punch, but I don't know that there's going to be enough time. And there is not. Jimmy Uso is your new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. And credit the cockiness and maybe overconfidence of Roman Reigns as he makes a huge error at the end of this one. He can't believe it as the lights have gone out. Oh my God, it's The Rock. What the hell is The Rock doing here? As he lays out the Tribal Chief.